day.
Hello everybody, I'm Derby and welcome to Resident Evil Revelations 2, How to Get the Rocket Launcher Part 5. Let's get to it. Alright,
I can't believe we lost the
so
girl.
not much here as well, just move forward.
She might have just
I got a
taken
little
cover.
confused
We
here, I
can look
thought there
for
was
her
a
as we
box
go.
here with some ammo in it, and come to find out it's up ahead. Yeah, that's the box I was looking for.
So, Claire, why would the boss come here?
I don't
For
know.
some reason I thought
Neil
I'd
just
run
does things
past it.
sometimes.
Just go through this door here, cutscene will play, and then you'll be right here. Yeah, you have to go to the right up here instead of straight forward like that. A little confusing.
Welcome to the Keerling.
So
Where
here
all
we gotta
things
wait
come
until
to
the
an
doors
end.
until
It's her again.
Alex opens up the doors.
It's like she's got
So
eyes
here
everywhere.
we can get an item
This is
and
Neil's.
do a menu. But I would wait to do the
Behold
menu until you
Prometheus,
get up to the
who was
doors.
bound to a rock for
We
stealing
got this here,
divine
the
power.
alcohol.
That's nice. Where's Neil?
Run up to these doors here.
If you want
Yeah,
to
we
see
just
him
gotta wait
again,
for her to open up
you'll
the
have to
doors.
brave the
So in the
scaffold of the
meantime, do like
gods.
a quick menu. You're more, if you grab the item, you're not really gonna have time to do the menu so
We gotta
much.
hurry. Neil needs me.
But you'll have another
He needs
opportunity here
you?
soon anyways.
Let's search inside.
So go right here, up these stairs. Oh, yeah, grabbing the alcohol first. I'm gonna be needing that later. All the alcohols and bottles and stuff. So head for this door over here. Now we got the spikes on the ceiling. You could do a menu here. Just try to be a little bit fast though. As you see the spikes falling, we have to wait for the spikes to break the statue to drop the key. So that's why it's pretty much a good time to do a fast menu. So once it breaks the statue, pick up the key. Switch to Moira here because we're going to be needing her next. This part can be just a little bit tricky. If you want, you can fight the enemies now or wait till later. I'm going to wait till later because they'll be in my way anyways. But we do have to kill them because they will pretty much be an annoyance to deal with. Alright, so up here, the goal here is just to follow the footsteps. Now do take your time. Even though if you're taking your time, it's not really going to matter too much about your time.
No sun moves.
But you really do need to
Let's
take
walk
your
up
time here
and think
because if you even go a little bit off the footsteps, the lasers will lock onto you and then kill you. Just turn left right here and follow these footsteps there. They try to trick you there. Just turn left right up there and then you'll be able to find another path of footsteps here. And then they turn a little bit to the left here and then left again. And you should be able to straight forward pretty much the statue. Grab the glass eyeball.
Could be useful.
There's a green herb up here to the left. And then I would switch back to Claire because we're going to be fighting some enemies. Yeah, you can kill this guy here. I probably should have just sniped him. But shooting him is probably faster anyways. Killing this guy is a benefit too, as you see right there. He'll actually kill any enemies that try to run in his path as he's getting ready to explode. Yeah, just take down the enemies until you got pretty much a clear path to move to go back to this door here. And then we're gonna put in the glass eye, or take out the artificial eye, and then put in the glass eye. And then now we got the eyeball that we need to open up the door up here.
It looks just like a real eye.
What is it for?
Kill any more enemies that are left. I switched to Moira here, I think. Yeah, I did. I switched to Moira here and blew him up with a flashlight. And then I probably would just switch back to Claire just in case, because there might be like 1 or 2 more enemies that will try to kill you in the process. But you have to be Claire here anyways in order to activate the scene. But you can use Moira to pick up the liver if you don't have the room. Claire. Yeah, you have to be Claire up that part just to activate the scene. After that, you can just run past all the enemies and run out the door here.
That asshole statue is blocking the way in.
You know, the gods punished Prometheus by sending an eagle to eat his liver.
So, now I know what this is supposed to be.
Neil.
Yeah, I guess you can reload while the
Neil.
little mini scene is taking place. Go ahead and place the liver here so that way you get the room if you need it.
I think we're half a liver short.
And then head for this door over here.
Then let's find it.
It smells like cow.
Yeah, and grab that bottle for later
We
because
must have
we're gonna
kept
need it.
animals in here.
Yeah, I was trying to see if my bottles were set. Because we are going to be fighting one of those big guys here coming up in a second. I killed him because he's going to get in the way a little.
It's a butcher.
Alright, so if you got
For
the
killing
crouching
livestock.
ability, go ahead and crouch here.
Something's coming.
Get your weapon ready. Yeah, I used the decoy bottom on them. I guess it does work pretty well. And then back up a little bit, that way it takes effect. I don't think they'll hurt you, but I'm not 100%. Yeah, as you saw, he's trying to shoot his fire here, so I went to the left and fell down there. I got lucky. But then again, I probably could have just taken the damage, because you'll see here in a second that 1-2 shots took him out like that. So I probably could have just took the damage and killed him. But I didn't know how much he had left. Alright, so here it doesn't matter who you, well, you have to be more for this part, but for the next part, and then you can do a menu here. But for the next part, it doesn't matter who you are. Just make sure that the AI is staying close to the lever while you go in and grab the key. Yeah, so I let Moira go and grab the key and kept Claire back there. So as soon as the spikes turn on, crouch down. Make your way to the door here, switch back to the AI, and then open up the door. And then here I would go Claire because we're going to be needing her in a second. We're going to be needing both of them in a second, but Claire is pretty much, we got to put her into the right position. I always pass that door for some reason. Alright, so just place Claire up here on this thing right up here. And you could shoot that thing down over to the right if you want to.
Roger.
But I just forgot to do that. And then you can get a few items right here. It's not going to waste too much time to get those items. Place Moira here, switch back to Claire, shoot that down. Switch back to Moira. Now as soon as the, I guess the meat gets close to Claire's face,
We have to add
right
more
here,
blood.
let go.
Man, that lady is sick.
And then it should hang over the thing every time. Although I did screw it up once. I went a little bit past Claire, and it went a little bit past the meat grinder thing, so I missed it. And you got to do that, I think, 2 more times, I believe. So is it here? Yes. Here, enemies will drop down. So you'll have to kill them. You can just kill them with Moira. It shouldn't be too hard. But do be careful because one of these enemies will turn into one of those exploding bombs or whatever they are. It won't happen here, but it'll happen here in a few seconds. You see, I missed that by accident. Yeah, okay, so now he's turning into one of those exploding things. If I hadn't have screwed that up, I probably would have got all that in time. Yeah, watch out for the things on the ground too. I totally forgot they were there. It's possible to get that in time before he turns into an exploder. And yeah, that should be the last one right there.
Claire, something fell out.
Grab the liver, and then we should be good. Alright, so up here, switch to your MP. Or you could probably use the handgun. I wouldn't use the shotgun here at all. Obviously, don't use the Magnum. You got a fat guy over there to the right. You don't have to worry about him. You got one of these big guys right here. You don't have to worry about him. But these guys right here, the exploders, go ahead and kill them. Because they will get in the way, and then they will do a lot of damage to you. You got one more big guy here, which you can dodge him right there. And then we got one more exploder here. I took a risk and just ran past him. And was lucky. Did not take any damage. Red herb right over there as well. And then just run out. Alright, so just put the liver into the statue and then stand back from the statue as far as you can. Because when it explodes, it will do damage to you if you're close to it. I think there was a jewel up there. I never knew that. I just now noticed that.
Come on.
Now, I don't know everything about this game quite yet. Alright, so be Claire right here because we're going to need her coming up. I believe it's this part. Yes, it's this part. This is where we're going to have to turn all the valves and everything.
Go! Okay.
But with the last valve, I'll show you guys these tricks that you can do. Just save like 2 seconds.
For the experiment, what did you do with
Run up
Neil?
to Claire here, turn this valve. And then afterwards, turn left, and then be able to lift Moira up to the
I knew this was a trap.
thing up here.
Run!
Run up, turn this valve. Now after you turn this valve over to the left, you can run up just a little bit, but don't go too far because we got an enemy coming up and we need Claire to kill him. Turn around and run. Well, we got a box here, but the valve is right up here. Okay, right past the stairs. Now, as soon as you turn this valve, switch back to Moira. Run up just a little bit for the enemy to stand up. Switch back to Claire. And then, yeah, you have to turn to the left, which I didn't realize really. But, yeah, and then shoot him down. He should take maybe 2 hits, maybe 1 or 2 hits. Take him down. And I think the reason is he took so much damage earlier from all his fire and stuff. That it only takes about maybe 2 hits to kill him. So the last valve up here, turn the last valve with Moira. Do not switch back to Claire. And the reason being is we can just run straight forward to the next part here, hit X, and Claire will automatically teleport to us. So that saves a few seconds and bullets too, because there is an enemy there. Yeah, that should save about a few seconds and bullets. So just place Moira where there's like no wires or any of that. And then run to the door that Moira is standing at. Open it up. And that's pretty much everything for this one. For section.
Claire, this is it. The waterway that goes to the tower.
The Overseer's been watching us every step of the way. But if she thinks we died in that explosion...
We gain the element of surprise.
We're so close, Moira. I can feel it.
Neil and the girl weren't in the factory.
No. I should have listened to you.
So just keep making your way forward.
I'm
If
so
you got
sick
one
of
of those
him.
big
You
enemies
mean
coming up
men like
again.
Barry?
I think he's the last one we deal with.
Right, just as you feel it for me.
Yeah. My big brother was like that growing up too.
You can get that crate if you want to, but it was a little bit out of the way, so I didn't really want to get it. There is one up here that I do get, though. So here, just all you got to do is shoot him down. There are other enemies that are going to be coming. Kind of switch back and forth between him and the other enemies. So shoot up the fire. If you have to, just do a U-turn and run down the hall a little bit to avoid fire. But you should have enough ammo there, enough firepower to kill him. So after you kill him, run up the stairs here. Switch to Moira. Have Moira go open up this door here, and while she's doing that, you can take care of the enemies that are right here. There are at least 2 more that will run up. And one of them will turn into an exploder. Luckily, I didn't have to really deal with him. By the time he spawned, Moira had the door open, so I was able to escape before I had to kill him.
I better meet
Except
up with Moira.
that was stupid right there. It wouldn't let me through, even though she was standing right there. Now this part coming up, I did screw it up a little bit. But you do have to take care of as many enemies here as possible. Because it's like a small little section you have to squeeze through. And one of the enemies is kind of blocking your way. That's why I shot him down here. And I tried to use Moira here to save ammo with Claire. But it didn't quite work out too well. I would just probably stay as Claire and then shoot them all down.
Follow me! On my way!
I had to get Claire to follow me because when you're trying to hop over that ledge over there, sometimes they will not. They'll be too far behind. And so you gotta kind of switch back and forth between the both of them to get them to switch. Or just to get them over the little gap there. Yeah, that's why I said you probably should just kill all the enemies. Just that became a problem there. And then this became a problem right here. I was a little bit too far to the right. And I dropped down by accident. But even though I did that, it didn't waste too much time. And then I even tried to squeeze through him there, but still kicked me through, so I shut him down anyways. I think one of those guys do turn into an exploder. Yeah, I switched back to Claire here because we're gonna have to go walk these pipes up here. You don't have to deal with any of the enemies except for one, and it's going to be one of those exploders. And then plus, there's gonna be those exploding things on the ground too, or on the pipes. Yeah, these enemies you don't have to deal with at all. If you don't feel safe, you can always let down the ladder just in
Follow
case you
me!
fall. But I took a risk and didn't worry about that ladder. That's just in case you fall down. So we got the exploder there, and then he went ahead and exploded those for me, so I didn't have to worry about them. Yeah, so yeah, just don't worry about the enemies too much and just keep going. I would say don't worry about where the AI is as well, but do make sure that they're close enough to where you can activate the door without them being too far.
Follow me! Not gonna happen.
As long as they're not too far from you, you can activate the door without them being right next to you. And then that too will save some time.
We must have reached the tower by now, right?
I think so.
We got a few items
What's
we can
this?
get up here. I believe alcohol. Yeah,
I think
alcohol.
the tower is just above us.
And then there should be a bottle
We can
right
still
here
get the
to the
drop on
right.
her. Let's look for a way up.
I believe I used the sub-weapons in the next part as well. Really, I would use the sub-weapons in the next part because this is the last fight. So this is really pretty much the last time you'll have to use a lot of your ammo. There's maybe one part where you have to deal with two enemies in chapter 4.
Still no sign of your boyfriend.
But with this part coming
He's
up
not my
here,
boyfriend.
this is a very important part too.
All right.
Here, you gotta make sure you pick the right
There's
character
something I gotta tell you. I noticed something when
because
Neil
it'll
was
make
with
it
us.
shorter for
His
chapter 4.
bracelet never changed color.
I'll explain it
I
once
mean,
we get to it.
the living dead were coming at us from all directions. He must have been
Got a crate here, got an herb
No,
here,
no.
which I was full
There's no
on, so I
way.
didn't worry about it.
Got it?
At this
End of
point, as
discussion.
long as you've got a good amount of herbs, you really don't need to worry about any more of the herbs in this section. There's one more herb up here in this room as well. Should be to the right over there. Some ammo right there. Yeah, there's the herb.
Claire? Are you crying?
No.
Alright, so now we got Neil coming up.
I'm just learning to see a little.
All you gotta
clearly.
do is pretty much shoot at his chest, and then his weak point will show up. But also there are these crates that are around, as you see right there, and then right behind us.
Trusted you.
Lure him
Parasite was built
to the
save
crates
people.
as much as possible, and he turns his attention to more of them. But lure him to the crates because he'll actually smash into them, and then it'll take damage like that. Yeah, he'll take a lot of damage from doing that. But pretty much just use whatever weapons you got. Magnum works too if you have the bullet for it. I didn't have any bullets. But yeah, he keeps smashing into that. Eventually his weak point will show up, and just keep shooting at his chest. Reload your gun as much as possible. And I guess I didn't use any sub-weapons here, but I would go ahead and use sub-weapons as much as possible here as well. Because you really don't need those anymore anyway. Just keep shooting at his chest with his weak point. When his weak point's not showing, always shoot at his chest. And then watch out for moves like that because he'll actually grab you and then throw you into a wall. I don't think when he grabs you though it's an instant kill. But it does do some damage. He should be close to death up here. I got his weak point out again, and as soon as I reload my gun, yeah, it got him right there. Yep.
I just want this to be over.
So yeah, after the fight, those barrels that he broke earlier, they drop weapon or ammo too, so you'll be able to get some ammo from there if you need it. Just get into the elevator here. Now here is very important. Stay as Claire because you'll get the bad ending, and with the bad ending, chapter 4 with Barry will be so much shorter, and you won't have to deal with the final boss of Alex. Yeah, just make sure you just stay as Claire right now. I kept this cutscene in so you guys would see that exactly what to do.
Thanks. I think.
Okay. Can you stand?
Oh, shit! Behind you!
So here, just keep tapping square.
Where did we
Claire
go
will
wrong?
grab the weapon, and then that's the end of that part right there. That was part 5 of how to get the rocket launcher. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Later.